Hey, I'm Josh. Today we're heading inside the Nike outlet. We're back at Nike. I'm going to go inside and see if they have anything that I can resell on Amazon to make a profit. That's what retail arbitrage is, and that's what this channel's about. I show you how to go into stores and find products that you can resell to make money. So let's go inside. I'll show you what I'm looking at. I'll show you what I'm buying, assuming I can find anything, how much money I'm spending on it, and how much money I think I can make on this stuff today. So let's go check it out. All right, we're heading inside the Nike outlet. I decided to come today because it's a 3-day weekend and they were advertising a bunch of pretty good sales, some 50% off of stuff, and hopefully they're doing an additional 50% off of their clearance section, specifically the clothing section. And if that's the case, I should be able to find some profitable stuff in here today. And the first thing I'm gonna do is grab a couple of these mesh shopping bags because I'm hoping to fill these suckers up with some profit. And I'm gonna start in the clothing section. And what I'm looking for is stuff that has a little green tag or a little red tag over the tag, meaning it's been already marked down and it should have an additional markdown on top of that. So let's see if we can find one here. No, that's a white tag, but we'll just keep moving. Okay, so we're looking at this men's clearance rack right here, and it's take an additional 40% off of the already marked down price. So what I'm looking for specifically on these racks is mostly plain graphic t-shirts that they've got marked down to say about $10 or less. Okay, so it looks like they got one right here. Let me get the tag out. It's just a plain Nike Air t-shirt there. Let's see what it's priced at. Okay, so it's marked down to $9.97. That's that green tag I was talking about that you want to look out for. So it's 40% off of that, so it would be approximately $6. That's what I'm looking for. So let's give this one a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, there's the shirt, and there's the sales rank at 41,000. That's nice and low, and the buy box is $29. That's the current buy it now price on Amazon. These graphic tees typically sell for between like $20 and $35, so you can pretty easily double up your money or more if you get them cheap enough. Okay, so there's a ton of products as you would think any Nike product would have, and we'll click down there to take us to this page to let us calculate a profit. So we'll click on Amazon Fulfilled because we're going to ship it to Amazon, then Amazon's going to ship it to the customer for us for a fee, and we'll type in our buy cost. It's $6. We'll put that in there, and that green number is the profit. So we'd make about 13 or 14 bucks on these, which is a pretty good deal. That's a 200% ROI, so we should be able to find some more of those. After going through the whole rack, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like they had 6 of those graphic t-shirts that should be profitable. I filmed this several weeks ago, and all the stuff you're seeing in this video, I've already sent it off into Amazon, and most of it was available for sale. And that very first Nike Air t-shirt you saw me pull off the rack, I sold 2 of those for exactly $29, which gave me about a $13 profit on each one. And I sold this other one with the smaller swoosh logo for $27.95, which gave me about a $12 profit. The other 3 t-shirts will likely sell over the next few weeks for around that same price point. So now we're headed over to the women's clearance clothing rack to do the exact same thing, and I did not find anything on this rack today. A lot of the clothes at the Nike outlet just simply aren't carried by Amazon. They won't come up on the app, which is unfortunate. So I don't spend a ton of time scanning every single piece of clothing in here. Okay, so our next stop is to the back of the store, to the hash wall. It's this giant wall of shoes that runs basically the entire length of the back of the store. You can see all the way down there, there's just thousands of pairs of shoes. They love to cut the tops of the boxes off here, so we can't resell these on Amazon, but you can resell these on GOAT or eBay. There's some arbitrage opportunities back here, but we do want to check this wall anyway because they are doing an additional 30% off of the lowest ticketed price. And what we're looking for on this back wall is we're looking for sandals or slides. Like there's a pair down here because they don't chop these boxes up, and we can resell these on Amazon. There's a pair for $19.97. That's probably not going to be profitable, but you will find some deep discounts back here. Like here's a pair for $9.99. We're going to scan those real quick. All right, let's give it a scan with the Amazon seller app real quick here. Okay, the buy box is $29.16, but there is no sales rank on these, which is usually not a great sign. So the next thing you want to check are customer reviews. Are there any customer reviews? Okay, so it doesn't look like anyone's ever reviewed this product, which is also not a good sign. And so in that case, you want to give it a scan with an app called Keepa. Okay, I scanned the wrong thing down there. we want to see if this is maybe a brand new product or how old it is. Okay, so we're looking back an entire year here, and people have been trying to sell this for a year or longer. And this would be a bad pickup. People are just not buying this pair of sandals, so we are going to pass on these. Okay, I'm looking at this stack of slides down here on the hash wall, so let's grab one of these and give it a scan. And I have to take it over and put it on this bench over here so I can give it a scan. I kind of got my hands full. Okay, let's give it a scan with the Amazon Seller app. Okay, and it's on sale for $9.97 plus an additional 30% off that. So it would basically be $7. And let's go back to the main page here. Okay, so the buy box is $24.50 and the sales rank is nice and low at $29,000. We'll click there to see who else is selling it here. Okay, so they're actually $32 on Amazon. Sometimes the price on that main page back here does not match up with the prices on this seller page here. This is the accurate pricing right here. They're $32 on Amazon, and there's 1,400 reviews, which is great. So this would be a pretty good pickup here, and let's click here and see how much money we could make on these. We'll click down there. That'll take us to this page, and we'll click on Amazon Fulfill because we're going to ship it to Amazon, then Amazon's going to ship it to the customer for us. And like I said, they're $9.97 minus 30%, so we'll put in $7 as our buy cost here. Okay, so that green number, we'd about double up our money here. And those are the FBA fees at $10.20, and shipping to Amazon, it wouldn't cost more than about 50 cents to $1 per pair of these. So we can type that in there. Okay, so we make about 14 bucks on these. They got a bunch of those, so we're definitely gonna pick those up. Another thing you want to do is give these a scan with the Keepa app so you can see what they've been selling for the past 3, 6, 12 months or so. Your typical Nike slide is going to sell for between like $20 and $35. Okay, so we're looking back an entire year here, and it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the price there. That orange line, that's the FBA prices. Those are the people like me trying to sell it. And it basically never goes below $30 except for that one little blip right there in the past year or so. So these will be a good pickup. I picked up all 5 pairs of those. They were the exact same slide in the exact same size. They're all size 10 and they all should be profitable. And I just stuffed them in that bag down there, and I'm going to carry them around the store because I don't want somebody else to grab them while I'm looking at stuff. All 5 pairs of these sold pretty quickly in just a few weeks after they hit the Amazon warehouse, and they sold for $32.71, which gave me about a $15 profit per pair. I'm still on the back wall looking for slides. There's a lot of stuff to go through back here. If you like these videos, leave a thumbs up, drop a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I just make these videos to try and help you guys out, to show you some stuff that's working for me that might work for you. I don't even think I'm supposed to be filming inside the Nike outlet, but nobody stopped me, so I'm just going to keep going here. And these are $24.97. That's not going to be profitable. And I did see these Jordan slides up here that looked like they were going to be profitable. I got excited when I saw them, and I gave them a scan here, and unfortunately Amazon does not carry these, so we just kept moving. So now it's time to move on to the shoe racks. I'm just going to start at one end of the store and scan every single style of shoe in the store. So let's talk about shoes real quick. Shoes are one of the best arbitrage opportunities on Amazon, in particular Nike shoes. Because of the sneakerhead culture, and in a lot of groups of people, the shoes you wear are a status symbol and are oftentimes more important than the damn car you drive. I know dudes who have like 300 pairs of shoes in their closets. So the sneakerhead movement has permeated into our whole culture and trickled into the everyday buyer's market. And because of that, shoes are great to flip. It's the only thing I can think of that will routinely sell for above the already high MSRP price. Sometimes they sell for double or triple the MSRP price. And I'm not even talking about the limited release shoes you can only get through the Nike Sneakers app. Back in January, I made an Instagram post where I got 5 pairs of these Jordan Access shoes at the Nike outlet for $76 a piece. They sold in a month for $239.99, which is like $120 profit per pair. Now, most shoes won't have $120 profit on them, but it's not uncommon to find a $30, $50, even a $70 profit on these shelves if you can time things right. And that's why I sell a lot of shoes and you should consider it as well. Alright, so I've just been scanning shoes here, and I'm comparing the price on the shelf to the price on Amazon to see if there's enough margin here. And I'm also looking to see if the shoe does have a sales rank, or if it has a really high sales rank like that one, we'll probably pass on it. And I just keep going down the shelf looking at every single shoe. Okay, here's the first shoe I'm actually going to take a serious look at. It was $115, now it's $19.97 with an additional 30% off that. So these are dirt cheap at the store. We're going to give one of these a scan with the Amazon seller app. Okay, so the sales rank is 420,000. That's really not good for shoes. But the buy box is $68.99. So let's click there and see who else is selling it. Okay, so the lowest price is $68.99, and there's a couple people above that in that $70 price range. So what could we make on these if we did sell these for about $68? Okay, we'll go back to this page and we'll click down there. Okay, so it's 30% off of $19.97, so we'll just put in, we'll just put in $15. I can't math. They're dirt cheap. Okay, so I mean, you could make about $37 on these. Now the problem is, does this shoe actually sell, and how quickly is it selling? So we're going to give it a scan with an app called Profit Bandit. Okay, so there's the shoe and the sales rank. But what I'm looking at here is the sales rank history chart. So you can see this does sell. There's a couple little spikes and jumps. Every time you see a spike, that means somebody bought it. It's not selling real quick. I mean, would you want to chance this? It's selling a bit slow for me. If you're getting it for, $15, the risk is pretty low. I mean, you'd make about $35, $36. I'm actually going to pass on these and just let them die on the hash wall, but I wouldn't blame somebody for picking up a couple pairs of these, honestly. Okay, so we're just scanning and scanning and scanning. Not on Amazon. I like how LeBron James has his own wall of shoes in the store. These are all LeBron James shoes. Those are $59. That's pretty cheap, but they're not on Amazon. Let's scan these. Okay, so those are twice the price, but not on Amazon. Let's give these a scan. 134, and they're 94 here. That's not going to cut it. Let's give these a scan right here. Okay, so those are 138 on Amazon, and they're on sale for $79.99. That's actually kind of profitable. So let's see how much we could make on these. Go to this page. We'll click Amazon Fulfilled. You can put in $80 as our buy cost. Okay, so you can make about $29 on those. It's not a good ROI. I'm looking for a little higher. There's a lot of shoes that meet that criteria. Well, if you're willing to spend like $70, $80, $100, you can make like $20 or $30 on them all day. Okay, so I'm looking at this cycling shoe right here, and the suggested retail is $120, and they've got it marked down to $39.99. So let's give this one a scan right here. Okay, so the size 8.5 is $87.76, and the sales rank is pretty low at 30,000. We'll take that, so that's a pretty decent margin there. And we'll click there. Okay, it has 47 customer reviews. That's not too bad. And we'll click down there to see if we can calculate a potential profit here. We'll click on Amazon Fulfilled, and our buy cost, we'll just type in $40. Okay, so that's not a great ROI, but the sales rank is low on these, and you can make about $23, $24 on these. That's kind of like my jumping off point for shoes. I'll grab something if I can make about $20 on it. So we'll probably grab a couple of these. I do want to give these a scan with Profit Bandit, so I can see how quickly this shoe is selling. We know the sales rank is pretty low on these, but I'm going to take a further look at it. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is the sales rank history chart here. You can see all this motion on here. This means it's selling. Every time it sells, the sales rank jumps down, and then it creeps back up, and it sells, and it jumps back down. So all this motion means people are buying it, and the price has been dropping on these. I don't think it's going to get too crazy low. I think it is going to go down maybe a little bit more to maybe $70, and it might hold there for a little bit. And the price has dropped down quite a bit on these. Let's give them a scan with Keepa so I can take a further look back at what the price was. Okay, the price is definitely dropping down on these, but the good news is if you held on to these and waited till a lot of these lowball people sold out, you could almost definitely sell these for about $100 or maybe $120. People were buying these for $100 or $120, or you could just try and jump on the buy box right now and take that like $20 profit if you wanted to. Okay, so we're looking at this women's shoe here. It's on sale for $44.99. These streetwear shoes tend to do well on Amazon. The suggested retail is $80. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, so the size 9 was $94.94 on Amazon, and we'll scan the size 8.5. It's close, it's $87. Let's scan the size 11s down here. They're $88 on Amazon. So these are a pretty popular shoe, and you can definitely make some money on these. So let's go back to the size 9 here. And we'll click down there. And we'll click on that to calculate a profit here. This is kind of redundant, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, so let's put in our buy cost. We'll just put in $45 here. Okay, so again, that's another over $20 profit. It's about $27 if you sold it right now. And I know that these streetwear shoes tend to sell for a decent amount of money, between $80 and like $100. So we'll give it a scan with Keep It here. I mean, they're floating around. The price is floating around $100 there for the past year or so. They're not really going to go below about $80, I don't think. So these would be a pretty good pickup. And we do want to check the condition of the shoe always, especially these white shoes. They can easily get scuffed up. So we want to make sure that they are super clean and ready to go, which these are. So I did pick up a few pairs of these, and the size 9s we were just looking at sold for $93.62, which did give me about a $27 profit. All right, I think that's going to do it for me for the day in here. We're going to head up to the register, and dude, you just cut in front of me. Dude, you just cut in front of like everybody. What the heck, man? Yo, stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. Store etiquette is like an all-time low in here. Hair game, strong. Orange fanny pack on point. You go, girl. Okay, so we're at the register, and there is a limit to what you can buy at the Nike outlet. The max purchase, at least it used to be, I think it still is, it's $3,000 per customer, and you can only buy up to 5 of any particular one style of shoes in here. The good news is they do accept tax exemption, so you can use that if you've got it. There is no limit on the t-shirts. You can buy as many t-shirts as you want, of course, so I think that's about it. All right, I just left the Nike outlet. I spent $300.35. I got 16 total items. I picked up about 5 or 6 pairs of those flip-flops or slides or whatever. I got about 5 or 6 t-shirts, those logo t-shirts, and I got about 5 or 6 pairs of shoes. Some of those cycling shoes and some of those women's streetwear shoes. There were definitely more shoes in there I could have picked up, like those kid shoes. And there's a lot of shoes in there you could spend like $60 or $70 on to make like $20. The ROI is a little bit low on that stuff, so I don't really want to go too wild with it. Spent $300, and I'll probably make about $300 on that stuff when it's all said and done. I didn't find anything that was like a spectacular, amazing find in there today that was like, wow, check this out. It's got a 200% ROI or anything like that. Just some run-of-the-mill bread and butter type stuff in there. That's the kind of stuff you want to look for, the kind of stuff that I was picking up in there today. So hopefully that helped you guys out a little bit, showed you what to look for. T-shirts, some slides on the walls, and some just random shoes. You can scan almost every single pair of shoes in the store. Not literally every single pair of shoes, but every type, every style of shoe you can go through and basically scan all of them in about an hour or less to determine if they're profitable or not. So hopefully that helps you guys out today. So that's all I got for you. I'm Josh. That's what I did today, and I'll see you next time.